Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan TheOrganizer. So today I'm doing a brand review of Shine Supply car detailing products. I have a big chunk of their lineup of products here behind me. So I'll be going over what they are, what they do, give you tips and tricks on their use. If you're already used to this brand, well, you might want to stick around all the way till the end because I'm giving a lot of insight into it. I was able to speak to Jeremy Stevens himself, the owner and founder of Shine Supply, kind of picked his brain on the chemistry, the formulation, and of course some tips and tricks on how to properly use the products for the best user experience and of course the best results. You guys really wanted me to look into Shine Supply, so today is that day. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Shine Supply did not pay for this video. They didn't even send me these products. I ordered these myself online. And by the way, I'll leave links to all of these products in the description under the video so you guys can check them out. And all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So quick background before we go ahead with the first product. You're going to be seeing a few demos, by the way, done in B-roll footage during the video. I used a vehicle that, well, has gone through the winter months already here in Canada. We have some road salts and it's not the dirtiest car ever. However, it was dirty enough for me to be doing some testing. I've tested on other vehicles as well, these products in the past weeks. And I have been quite impressed, and you'll see why. I also give you the standouts of these products, including Jeremy's picks as well, so you want to stay tuned for that. And Jeremy Stevens is a professional detailer out of Ventura, California in the United States. He started detailing roughly 26 years ago now, and still to this day has a detailing shop in Ventura, California, and also offers some mobile detailing services as well. And in 2007, he decided to start his own line of car care products, which he called Shine Supply. By the way, I can tell through my discussion that I had with Jeremy, first of all, just awesome human being, super nice guy. We spoke for probably over an hour on one of the calls, exchanged a few emails, so on and so forth. I could tell he's super passionate, and he really gave me a lot of insight into the brand itself. So he had a lot of fun designing the brand. Not only does he love the 1950s as far as the decades are concerned, but you can tell through the way his labels are done. So the way the font is, by the way, super nice, clean aesthetics on the labels themselves. These nice matte type finished satin feeling kind of labels, and also with the theme of the 1950s, he had fun with the names. So if we look at this, one of the wheel and tire cleaners, Wise Guy. So I just love the ethos of the brand. And he initially targeted his products more towards professionals, because a lot of these products, by the way, can be had in bigger sizes and gallon formats, but they can also be used by professional detailers, either in a shop setting or in a garage in a controlled environment like me, or outside. So if you're a mobile detailer and you have to work in direct sunlight, all of these products can be used outside. So that's a big thing. Of course, obviously use common sense. If you can't even touch the panels with your hands because it's too hot, well, you're not going to be detailing the vehicle, but you can work outside in the elements, even in direct sunlight, no problem. And so, he decided to kind of work with the blenders of a chemistry company. And so they had different products or house blends that he modified to his taste or to his likings. And he also started from scratch, for a bunch of them as well, and co-developed them with the blender or the chemists, I should say. So he works very closely with the team to make sure that he gets something that is to his satisfaction. And so, I think they're pretty awesome stuff. Let's go start right away with the Wise Guy Wheel and Tire Cleaner. So this is more focused though for cleaning tires, guys. It's a non-acid formula, but it's a higher pH, and you're not going to use this on ceramic coated wheels because over time you can start degrading the coating, and that's not what we want. But for a regular maintenance wash, this is perfect. If your wheels aren't too gunked up, not too dirty, and especially don't have too much brake dust, because this here does not contain an iron remover. They have another wheel cleaner that we'll talk about in just a few seconds. So this is more focused as a tire cleaner, and for that it was crazy. When I was in Helen, Georgia at the Destination Obsessed Garage with Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage over a month ago at this point, we did a full detail for a subscriber on his BMW E90 M3, and on the tires to properly prep them, we used a wheel and tire cleaner, but we also used this one here, more specifically for the tires because it does a very good job at removing any browning, any gunk, any junk in the tires, and really prepping those tires for a proper tire dressing or a tire coating. So this is one thing that I noticed. In the back, you'll notice that they recommend a dilution of 1:1 with water. Always use distilled water, or at least the mineralized water, guys. Don't use tap water because you want to use the best quality water when diluting products, right? So I diluted this in the same bottle. So I kept half of it, stored it in another container, and then took the other half, filled it with water, and you're good to go. Or for their dilutions, they also sell their practical Shine Supply bottles that are 32 ounces in form, come with these great Tolko sprayers, which are some very good sprayers in the industry. But the cool thing is they have these gradation marks here on the side, and they also have the dilution ratios. So for example, the 1-to-1 ratio here. So you'd start always filling with water first, and then continue filling with the product to the fill line that's marked here on the bottle. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah, that ridge. So this is the fill line for the bottle, and there you go. You have your dilution. So what else can I say about Wise Guy? Alkaline based, once again, it has special surfactants in there that won't stain your wheels like other cheaper degreasers. So although it's a higher alkaline product, because of the quality of the ingredients or the raw material that's in there, it's not going to stain your wheels. Once again, it's non-acid. It is not for use on coated wheels, polished aluminum, or anodized wheels. So don't use them on that. But you can use this on powder coated wheels if you have those, so that's good. And again, its main strength is for cleaning tires, but it's not made for heavy brake dust removal. It's more of a weekly maintenance type of product if you want, and especially diluting it, you're getting an economical product out of this. One thing I did notice when using this, the cool part is it does the cleaning of the tires, at least in my testing, with a single pass. So the way to know this, when you're spraying it on the tire, you're brushing it off, you're going to see that browning appear on the surface of the tire. Then you rinse the wheel and tire, and if you do a second pass, what I noticed was this, the foam was white on the second pass, meaning that the first pass actually did the full cleaning. So kudos, Wise Guy, fantastic wheel and tire cleaner, but especially for cleaning the tires, absolutely amazing. Then we move on to their other wheel cleaner. This one here is pH balanced. So this one is Cool Guy. This one here, again, is a wheel cleaner. So this is not a tire cleaner. So it's focused for cleaning wheels, but it has an iron removing capability built in. So you're going to see that color change to purple when it reacts with the iron particles or your brake dust, meaning that the reaction is happening and that you're ready to rinse off. So you're going to spray this always on cool wheels, by the way. Don't use these products on hot wheels. Let the car come back to normal temperature if it was just on the road. And yeah, it's very important to use safety precautions. So it has the color changing technology. It's perfect for that heavy brake dust removal, and it's also safe on coated wheels because it is pH balanced. So you can alternate. That's what they recommend over at Shine Supply. So 1 week you can use the Wise Guy to maintain your wheel finishes, and then when you need that deeper clean, if you've been through maybe a track day or some heavier use and you have those super dirty wheels and you have a lot of accumulated brake dust, that's when you pull out the Cool Guys, and you're going to use its iron removing capabilities to break down that brake dust and easily rinse it off afterwards. So then we move on to a shampoo, but not any kind of shampoo. This was one of the standouts in the lot, not only because it gave great lubrication, decent suds, not the most foamy that I've seen, because you can use this, by the way, in a foam cannon or in the buckets for your 2-bucket wash method. So essentially, in your 3 to 4 gallons of water inside your bucket, you're going to add 1 to 2 ounces of this for the hand wash or the contact wash. Let me give you a close-up, by the way. And then in your foam cannon, you'll be using 2 to 4 ounces of this, and fill up the rest of your foam cannon container, or do whatever dilution works well for your setup. Do some testing, right? Because it depends on the type of foam cannon, type of pressure washer, the amount of gallons per minute of water output, what water quality do you have? Do you have a water deionizer, or you have just hard water? So again, adjust the ratios, but a good starting point in your foam cannon with this one is 2 to 4 ounces in your foam cannon, and fill the rest with water. So great lubrication, but what I like about this, it's a pure shampoo. So there's no additives inside there, just some super high quality surfactants. There are no silicones, no gloss enhancing, nothing. It's just a pure cleaning shampoo, and I absolutely love that. But beyond that, what I really enjoyed is the scent. So when you smell this, oh man, you're going to notice it's something different. And that's what I liked about Jeremy after speaking to him. He's not scared to try things that not everybody else does. So this one here has a scent that is completely different to anything else I've tried, and it's cucumber and melon. Who would have thought of that combo? But it smells absolutely amazing, and maybe you can tell here. So it's not too liquid, not too thick. It mixes super well inside your foam cannon or your wash bucket, and yeah, it just works. Once again, perfect for if you have a wax or a paint seal on your vehicle, but also because It is pH neutral and doesn't contain any additives. It is perfect for maintaining your ceramic coated vehicle. So it can be used, again, foam cannon or a wash bucket, you're good to go. So you can also, if you want to increase its capabilities, you can make a ceramic shampoo out of it by adding 2 to 4 ounces either in your wash bucket or in your foam cannon, but 2 to 4 ounces of Punch It, a ceramic detailer that we'll be talking about in a few minutes. So yeah, you can increase the versatility of this, and that's what I like. Their philosophy over at Shine Supply is that you can use products for different uses. So he doesn't like people spending money for all sorts of different products if they don't need them. So a lot of times they think of making many uses out of a single product. We moved on to a paint decontamination product, or also known as an iron remover, so the chemical decon, and this one they call Smooth Move. So again, iron removing product, you're going to spray it on the vehicle once you're done washing it, of course. You can spray it on a wet surface or a dry surface. That's really what you guys prefer, but you're going to let it dwell for 2 to 3 minutes. Never let, by the way, iron removers dry on the surface. Never do that, and avoid using this in scorching sun, but you can still use it outside in direct sunlight. If it's not too hot of a day or not too hot on the panels, no problem. So basically you're chemically removing the brake dust, industrial fallout, and all iron particles that are embedded in the clear coat. And again, you're going to notice the color change. This one here I noticed didn't really smell as bad as some of the others that smell rotten eggs, of course. Because of the TGA active ingredient that's inside there for iron removers, you're still going to have that kind of smell. Just keep that in mind, but it's not as bad as many of the others. So great job on that. Now, this is one of Jeremy's favorite products, and it's funny enough because I told him I had put an asterisk on my notes when I was testing this product, and this was one of my favorites as well, not only for its versatility, but for its actual performance. So what is this? It's the ceramic detailer that they call Punch It. And what is awesome about Punch It, not only does it contain UV blockers, so UV inhibitors inside there, but it's basically, you can use this either as a standalone paint protection. So it's going to probably give you a couple of months of protection, 1 or 2 months, according to Jeremy, in real world conditions. But you're using this more often as a maintenance product on a coated vehicle. So if you have a ceramic coating or a graphene coating, you should know that you're supposed to maintain that, right? To maintain optimal durability and performance of your coating, every other month, you're going to use a product to boost gloss, to boost slickness, but to also maintain the hydrophobic properties and the rest of the chemical properties of your coating. And this here was absolutely fantastic. Now, the other cool thing about it is the many ways you can use this. You can apply this on dry paint once you're done washing and drying your vehicle. You can apply it on wet paint to use as a drying aid, which is what I did. So you're spraying the surface, and this, by the way, you can spray on the entire exterior surface, right? On glass, on plastics, on paint, pretty much all the exterior surfaces. Then you use your microfiber drying towel and you dry the vehicle off. It's going to leave a great gloss, a great sheen, great slickness. I mean, it just performed super well. And if you use this as a standalone, the great hydrophobic properties that it's going to give to your paint is absolutely nuts. So another cool thing about Punch It is you can use it as a spray-on, rinse-off formula. So for example, you're done washing your car, you rinsed it off while it's still wet. You're going to spray this on the surface, let it dwell for roughly 10 to 15 seconds, work one panel at a time though, and then immediately rinse off with a pressure washer, or if you have enough pressure out of your garden hose. And you're going to notice, well, you're going to get a lot of water beading. So the hydrophobics out of this is insane. So if you want to use this as a standalone, by all means do so. But it's also going to be a part of a regimen process that Jeremy recommended and recommends to many professional detailers out there. So stay tuned till the end of this video, because you're going to see how you can get customers to be repeat customers and make sure they come back to you for maintenance by using this regimen that he recommended with a few of his products. Super smart move to educate his professional detailers or his customers over that. A little goes a long way. I know we say that about a lot of products, but for this one, more than any other, 1 or 2 sprays per panel max. Don't oversaturate the panel. You're going to get streaking issues and you don't want that. But the results that we got out of this, you're going to see at the end results. It looked absolutely fantastic on the paint. We have a glass cleaner. So this one here is the dilution bottle, because I diluted this according to the recommendations. So we're talking a 1 to 3 dilution. So 1 part of product to 3 parts of water. And the cool thing about this, it's ammonia free. So it will not damage tinted windows, obviously, if you have tinted film, but also it is very low in dye and it's fragrance free. free, which allows it to have very minimal or no streaking. So that's very important when you're using a glass cleaner. Also use appropriate glass cleaning towels. They're typically lower pile and they won't lint. And yeah, it just worked super well on the car windows, both inside and out of the vehicle. Next, we move on to Decked Out. What is this? Well, basically, it's a very concentrated formula of a tire dressing that they have over at Shine Supply. It's a water-based dressing, by the way, so there's some silicones inside there, but durability is not as much as the solvent-based ones or tire coating, so you're not looking at many months of protection with this. 1 to 2 weeks tops, or until you get a few rainfalls or maybe the next wash, just reapply more. But note that this comes in a concentrated form, so you absolutely have to dilute this. This is not an option, guys. That's why you have to read the directions in the back. You absolutely have to dilute this. So there's 2 ways. 1-to-1, so 50% of product to 50% water if you want that high gloss look. And then if you want a more matte or satin appearance, you're diluting it 1-to-2, so 1 part of product to 2 parts of water. Don't get a sticker shock when you see a price for this, because if you're using a 1-to-1 dilution, you're basically getting 2 gallons of the product for every gallon that you're purchasing. Or if you're using the 1-to-2 dilution for that satin finish, you're getting 3 gallons of the product for every gallon that you're buying. So again, it's very economical because you're diluting it. What I decided to use for this test was the 1-to-1 dilution. I really actually liked the kind of gloss that it gave to the tires, and you're going to see this hopefully on camera. Not only does it apply super easily, it dries off actually pretty quickly. I didn't even need to, you can remove the excess with a microfiber towel if need be, but I did not even have to do that. If you prep your tires properly, which we did right with Wise Guy, so then it's proper for tire dressing application. That way the tire dressing is going to bond better, and more importantly, it will not sling onto your paint. So we hate those black dots, right, of dressing that slings all over the place. So if you prep your tires properly and you use a good water-based dressing like this one, for example, it actually works super well, and I was impressed by the level of finish. We move on to a cleaning and conditioning type product for the interior of your vehicle, and it's appropriately called, you guessed it, Clean and Shine. So what is this? Basically, it gives you a low sheen, so kind of that OEM appearance if you want. Has a lower sheen compared to another one, which we'll talk about, Dressed Up. So this one here has a bit more sheen or gloss to it. So this one does not have as much of that, and I prefer that. I prefer a matte looking appearance or that OEM feel, right? I don't like overly glossy products for the interior. So this one here is meant to do some light cleaning duty. So if you're doing some regular maintenance cleanings for the interiors, this can remove fingerprints, finger smudges, some light dirt, that kind of stuff. Even what I was impressed with on the leatherette or vinyl surfaces inside the vehicle, there were a few of those oily stains. I don't know what my girlfriend does when she goes out with her friends or what they do in the vehicle. Is it makeup? Is it just greasy hands? I have no idea. But especially on one of the passenger side, and I think there was one on the driver's side, this basically took care of that staining. I really enjoyed this and left behind that OEM appearance. It is just awesome. This one here, if we look in the back, it also has UV blocking agents. That's what I wanted to say. So that's important for a lot of you guys, because especially for the people who have their cars sitting outside in the elements or in the direct sunlight, you want to protect your interior materials, whether it's leatherette, vinyl, plastics, the dashboard. This does all of that. So yeah, for your regular maintenance of those interior surfaces, guys, if the vehicle is not too disgustingly dirty, this can do some light cleaning. So see this as an interior detailer, right? It's going to do some light cleaning and also a bit of conditioning or protecting with the UV blockers for your interior surfaces. Next, we move on to a product, well, the name states its function. So this one here is a leather and interior cleaner. So it's basically an all surface cleaner for your interior surfaces. It's a non-toxic formula and it's pH balanced, by the way. It also contains UV blockers to help prevent any sun damage from happening. You can use it on pretty much any interior surface that you want. It's going to safely remove all that dirt, that grime. It worked very well on the leatherette seats, by the way, or vinyl if you want, in vehicles. So not only on genuine leather, but even on vinyl, I found that it works super well. So it's going to leave that surface looking clean. You can either spray on the surface, again, depending on what you're using a leather brush or a microfiber towel if you want to clean that way, regardless which tools you guys normally use. You can agitate it maybe with a brush if you want a bit bit more cleaning power, and then you wipe with a clean and dry microfiber towel and your surface is done, and this works super well. Of course, when you're done cleaning your leather surfaces, you're going to want to use some sort of protection, and yes, they thought of it. So here we have the leather conditioner to soften and protect your interior leather if you want to keep it softer and hydrated, and this also contains some UV blockers. If you guys follow my channel, I've spoken to many professionals in the leather world, including experts over at ReLock, and what they say is that leather, especially in modern vehicles, is pretty much all coated. So there's a form of a clear coat, a polyurethane top coat on leather, and that is a barrier that's impenetrable by leather conditioners. So that's what they usually say. So what we do instead of condition is we apply a leather sealant or a leather coating to prevent against dye transfer, friction damage, protect against fading, cracking, UV protection, all that kind of stuff, make cleaning of spills or messes a lot easier, and so on and so forth. So I was curious, when I saw a leather conditioner in a cream form like this, I asked Jeremy, what's the purpose if those products technically can't penetrate the leather? Why did you come up with a leather conditioner? So his answer was actually valid. He has a different philosophy when it comes to leather conditioners. So he did notice that this actually does the role of softening and conditioning, hydrating the leather, and also has the UV blockers inside there. So it's kind of like different, but at the same time, same style of philosophy. What you're doing, he doesn't believe, I guess, sealing the leather surface as much. And so you still get dye transfer from jeans, even if you have a proper leather coating or leather sealant. So you still have to clean that up. So that one wasn't as much his concern. So his concern was more to hydrate and make the surface softer. And I have to say, I did notice that after using this on the leatherette surface, because you can use this, by the way. I also find it works great on vinyl and artificial leather. It did soften the surface. It lets it have that smooth, like rich feel, and it smells amazing. If you guys like that leather smell, we move up to an interior conditioner. And this one here, he calls Dressed Up. So this one here only conditions. So it's perfect for hydrating those older interiors. This is not made for cleaning, guys. So this has no cleaning capabilities. For that reason, you're going to use the interior leather and interior cleaner. We move on to another one of Jeremy's favorite products in his own lineup, and which was also one that I started. So I told him, this is crazy. I can't believe, like, we must think alike on products that we like, because this one here, I was also impressed. So what is it? So this one here is called Cruise. It's a matte interior detailer. So this one also contains UV blockers, but it has all the benefits of the interior dressing without the glossy appearance. So this one here is truly a matte finish, right? So see, a quick interior detailer has some light cleaning capabilities, also some light protection because of the UV blocking in there. But this one here truly gives you just a matte appearance, that OEM crisp feeling. There's no added gloss on the surface. So if that's your ultimate goal, use that. But the cool thing about this also, again, it's versatility. So not only is it great for detailing your leatherette, your plastics, your vinyl, your dashboard, but you can also use this on navigation screens. So a lot of people often ask, what can I use to clean my screen? I would spray this on a towel, wipe the screen off, and boom, you're good to go. It works very well at that, by the way. And what else can we say about this? Oh yeah, your chrome handles. Also, if you have any laminated parts inside the vehicle, this works great on that. It's going to leave, by the way, a transparent film behind. Nothing that you can feel necessarily, but this is made to prevent any future fingerprints from happening on the surfaces that you cleaned using this. So I thought that was very smart. The smell is just out of this world, guys. So I asked him, yeah, this smells great. It's another concoction of smells that is not used often. So it's a citrus base with also sandalwood inside there. Who would have thought mixing citrus and sandalwood? It smells sick. So we have one of their detail sprays. So we have what is called Throttle, another one that will be part of the regimen, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. This one here is more of a finisher type product, right? This also works great on matte paint, by the way. So I thought that was kind of cool. So basically when you're done washing your vehicle, you use this and it's going to give you a crisp finish. And it also has some anti-static properties. So it leaves the surface static free. So this won't attract dust if you have dusting issues where you live, or a lot less dust compared to other products that are on the market. It just leaves a nice like crisp feel to the paintwork, that nice little gloss, basically that final touch, hence why it's their detail spray in the lineup. So this is not going to modify your hydrophobic properties or modify the coating's properties, because it doesn't leave any residue behind or any type of top coat material if you want. However, note that this does not contain any protection. Because it has no real protection, the effect is until your next wash. So for your regular weekly washes, this is the kind of thing that you're going to want to use. It can be used on top of existing waxes, paint sealants, ceramic coatings, graphene coatings, or even on bare paint. So that has no protection on it. Basically, it's versatile. You can use this as a detail spray on top of any type of protection that you currently have. In the line, again in spray form, this is another one that I really enjoyed. This is their silica spray, or SiO2 spray, or also known as ceramic sprays, and it's called Clutch. So this one here, basically, according to Jeremy, is a more concentrated version of Punch It. So where Punch It will technically last 1 to 2 months on average, this one here, Clutch, is made to be applied quarterly. So the durability of this in real world conditions will be anywhere from 3 to 4 months. It's a fantastic product because it is so easy to apply. This, by the way, is their biggest seller. So it's perfect for boosting an existing ceramic coating. You can rejuvenate trim as well with this. So it darkens the trim, and you can also restore sprayed on bed liners with this. It's a water-based ceramic spray, so very gentle on the surface. It's going to give you that great gloss, that slickness that we want. The durability, again, 3 to 4 months, depending on your conditions, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. So it goes on paint, grills, chrome, plastics. It's going to darken the materials to give them a richer appearance as well. You can apply this on dry with a microfiber applicator. You're going to notice when you're doing the crosshatch pattern that it's going to rainbow, so it's going to give you that oil slick on water appearance, right? That color change. You don't have to do panel after panel. Actually, it's the opposite. They recommend that you wait at least 10 to 15 minutes before wiping this off. Jeremy said you can even technically let it many hours or overnight and wipe it the next day, and you're still fine because wipe off is very easy. So what he recommends is spray this, do your entire vehicle, right? So you're going to do the paint, the plastics, the headlights, tail lights, even the glass if you want. Do your entire vehicle. If you have to detail the interior, finish detailing the interior, there's no rush, and then use the 2-towel method. So the first one to break through the surface itself, and then the second towel to level or do your final buffing, and you're going to have just an awesome result. So the next product that we have is ReLock. So ReLock is their express ceramic coating. So not everyone has the time or budget to apply a full-blown coating like their beadlock ceramic coating that's in those glass vials that has many years of durability. But what he thought is for maintenance clients, if you want to just maintain your ceramic coating, you're going to want a product that lasts about 12 months, right? So for that yearly or annual maintenance, they created ReLock. So ReLock comes in this pouch, has everything that you need inside there, including a sprayer, the sprayer head, and also the microfiber applicator to apply this. But the durability, once again, they promise at least 12 months, but Jeremy said in proper conditions, of course, if you live in a not too harsh environment and a vehicle is properly maintained, they can see up to 2 years of protection. And yeah, the ease of application of this one was super simple. A little goes a long way. It's a pretty big bottle. In this aluminum bottle, you get 4 ounces out of this. So you're going to get a longer flashing time, so you don't have to rush to remove this. When you are applying this, you get 2 to 4 minutes of flashing time. And also you're going to see that rainbowing effect once again, so that color change or that oil slick on water appearance, indicating when it's time for you to start leveling the product. And leveling, by the way, and wiping with the towels is super easy. And then it's good for paint, glass, trim, headlights, all that kind of stuff. And it is a part of the regimen. So I know before we go through the rest of the products, let me talk about what that regimen is. So for you guys to get more customers, or if you're a DIYer, you applied a ceramic coating on your vehicle and you want to know what kind of regimen you want, because it's important to maintain all of that. Well, Jeremy kind of thought of a formula that will not only, if you're a pro detailer, get you that customer to come back, because we always want repeat customers. So you schedule them in for their regular maintenance. It makes it easy for them. They come to see you, you take care of their vehicle, and you do it the proper way. Or if you're a DIYer and you implement this regimen with the Shine Supply products, well, you're going to have a nice looking vehicle and you're going to keep your coating operating at peak performances for a very, very long time. What is the regimen? For a weekly wash, you're going to use the Shine Supply Shift. So this one here, once again, is their pure vehicle shampoo. And once you're done cleaning your vehicle with the Shift shampoo, you're going to use Throttle. So this is their detail spray, right? So this is for the maintenance wash. So you clean with Shift and you maintain for a crisp finish at the end with anti-static properties and a nice boost in gloss with the Throttle detail spray. For the monthly maintenance, you're going to use Punch It. So this is their ceramic detailer, 1 to 2 months of protection with this. You can apply it on dry or wet paint regardless. And this is a ceramic detailer that's going to boost all of those properties. It's going to boost gloss, going to give you slickness, and just keep the coating running at optimal performance. Now, what you're going to do for your quarterly maintenance is you're going to use Clutch. So this is their more hardcore silica spray. So this one here, you're going to use every 3 to 4 months. It's going to boost gloss and slickness, of course. It's going to hydrate the coating, but also it's going to bring more pop and depth and punch to the color as well. So this one here, every quarter, so every 3 to 4 months if you want. Once a year for your maintenance, this is when you're going to use ReLock. So this one here is their longer lasting, so at least 12 months of protection. So you would do this every year, and this way your customer is going to be super happy. The vehicle is going to stay in tip-top shape, and more importantly, the ceramic coating will be operating at peak performance and also have peak appearance. So again, gloss, slickness, the depth, the clarity, all that kind of stuff, and the richness that you're getting or the pop that you're getting from the paint is going to stay top notch. The next product, this one here, another one that smells absolutely amazing. This one here smells like green apples. It is called Hitman. So this is a product that they developed when COVID hit around, because a lot of people needed some things to disinfect the surfaces. But this one here, the particularity of this one, it has food grade properties inside there. So this is some high quality ingredients. I don't know if, did you see the entire logo? Look at this. There's a reason why they call it Hitman, because it's a killer cleaner. So I always like the funny take they have on the names. I like that they have fun with that. But basically, it's a food grade cleaner and disinfectant. So it is so safe that a lot of Jeremy's friends even use it in restaurant settings to disinfect surfaces. So this is how safe it is, non-toxic. You can use it on pretty much all the interior surfaces. You're going to spray it on, let it dwell for 15 to 20 seconds, perhaps more, depending on how soiled the interior is. And then you wipe it through microfiber towels, especially the touch points, right? So your steering wheel, the shift knob, your handles, anywhere your hands touch inside the vehicle, those are the key points you're going to want to use with this. But if you want to disinfect your countertops, use it inside your home for disinfecting surfaces, your handles on doors, all that kind of stuff. If you're looking for a product to clean and disinfect some surfaces, and in today's world, well, that's a great add-on to have for your customers. Think about that if you're a professional detailer and you offer to disinfect their surfaces. Sometimes some degreasers or interior cleaners are not necessarily made to also disinfect, right? Because there's two types of cleaning for the interior. You're cleaning or degreasing a surface, but then there's also the sanitary portion of disinfecting, two different things. So yeah, each product does its own tasks. So next we have Throwback. This is super simple, basically an IPA solution, isopropyl alcohol mix, or a paint prep. So basically to remove any polishing oils or residue before you apply a ceramic coating to make sure your clear coat is squeaky clean. We have a bug and insect remover. So check this one out. So they call it a bug out, by the way. So you do your dilution in a bottle. You dilute this 1 part of product to 3 parts of water. So what I did, I discarded the majority of the rest in another container, and I did my dilution in this. So this is the kind of color you're going to get once you dilute the product properly. I like to keep it in this bigger bottle. You can use, once again, they're 32 ounce dilution bottles if you want, but I like the fact that these are already labeled. I wasn't really able to, I just tried it on the surface. There weren't any real bugs at this time of the year, so it wasn't really for that, but I wanted to see how it worked. It kind of has that bubbly kind of appearance. I don't know if there are surfactants in there or something else, but it seemed to have lubricating properties, which I think is a good sign. But I'll be testing this more in the summertime when we have some bugs to let you guys know. If you've tested this against bugs, let me know in the comment section how you like its performance. performance, by the way, guys. One that did a very good job that I enjoyed is spot rinse. So if you read the label, you can kind of figure out what it is, right? So you're going to basically spray this on your coated car. You're going to let it dwell for roughly 60 seconds or longer. And what it is, basically, it's a water spot remover. So a lot of ceramic coatings, especially if you don't apply a topper or a top coat, they're more prone to water spotting issues. So for example, if you have hard water where you live, or you leave your car outside and it rains all the time and you don't have time to dry it or wash it properly, or if you're not washing your car frequently enough, or maybe you live next to a sprinkler system, it sprinkles all that water. Well, we know when the water evaporates, especially if you leave it out in the sun, when it dries and evaporates, it leaves behind minerals, and those minerals leave water spots. But if left uncared for or untouched or untreated, those can eventually etch through the clear coat and leave some permanent stain and permanent damage in your clear coat. So you need a water spot remover. Typically, these are more on the acidic scale. I don't know about this one. They don't talk about the pH, but I'm pretty sure that's what the formulation is all about. Basically, you're going to clean your car. That's what I recommend. Work with a clean surface. Spray this. Let it dwell. Don't let it dry, never, especially if you're working outside in the elements. Don't let it dry on the surface. And then you can agitate it with a light microfiber towel or a microfiber wash mitt or a sponge, whatever you're using on the surface. Thoroughly rinse. You can rewash your vehicle again if need be to make sure that you neutralize all the residue. But yeah, this worked really well for especially the lighter water spots, right? If it etched through your paint, unfortunately, only machine polishing will correct that. And if the damage is too far gone, well, perhaps you're going to need water sanding, or who knows if you'll be able to remove that. So consistency is key if you want to prevent water spotting. Add a top coat, so the hyper slick top coat on top of your ceramic coating, or regularly maintain it with these products. Regularly wash it, and you should avoid all those issues. But if not, if you do have water spotting issues, don't worry. There's products like this, like Spot Rinse, that allow you to do a good job. We can look at the end results, right? What were the end results of the looks of the vehicle we used this product on? As you can tell, we're getting that crisp appearance back, that gloss, that shine. I really enjoyed the slickness as well. Both interior and exterior, I think it came back looking awesome. I am happy to say that these products work super well. Perhaps more importantly though, not only do they work well, they're priced appropriately, of course, also, and they're not only aimed only towards pros, also DIYers and weekend warriors, guys, can use them. By the way, you can also check out the Shine Supply YouTube channel. So they're growing their channel now, where you're going to find tips and tricks on how to use their products, tutorials, all that kind of stuff. You can do a deeper dive into their products with them. But yeah, check them out. Again, I'll leave links to all of these products in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. And I want to thank Jeremy Stevens, the owner of Shine Supply. Not only is he a great, cool guy, I quickly saw him at SEMA when I was there early November in Las Vegas. Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage wanted to introduce him to me in person. Unfortunately, it was during a little conference that was at one of the booths, and we didn't really have time to connect. But I spoke with him over the phone. We exchanged a few emails, and I can tell he's just truly passionate. I'm proud of what he's done for the detailing community as well. He seems to have a very strong following of people who absolutely love him and his products. So that tells me there's 2 thumbs up from Pan TheOrganizer. I'm looking forward to see whatever they're coming out with in the future as well. If there's anything in the lineup that I didn't test, by the way, in this video, and you guys absolutely love, let me know which product in the description. In the comment section under the video. Drop a comment to let me know. If you enjoy the brand as well, what is your favorite product in the Shine Supply line? I'm always curious to know what people like the most, so drop one of those comments. And what future brand review do you want me to do? If you like these reviews, what other company do you want me to look into and basically show you what the products are, what they do, how to use them, the tips and tricks and all that stuff. Yeah, let me know. So guys, in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.